Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to review the trailer for the 1979 movie called The Black Hole. Yes, I can remember bits and pieces of this film because I actually saw it in the theaters in 1979, but I was a little tiny boy, so I had trouble articulating it, the meaning of it. To me, it looked like a deep space movie, yeah, involving humans, advanced humans, of course, in deep space. They even had robots there. They even had like a mad scientist character in that film, and I would later find out what the story was more about when I aged, of course. But when I saw it in the theater initially, I couldn't understand much of it or any of it. But I understood the theme, and I saw it, and it was like, wow, it was creepy, scary because it involved a black hole in space that was consuming worlds, planets, and other things. And the mad scientists set out in deep space on a space station, a giant space station, of course. That space station was movable because he fired up engines. Of course, his mad plan was to travel inside of a black hole and discover all the hidden mysteries and secrets of it. Like, he was so ingenious that he did everything he could do with his genius outside of a black hole, so he wanted more, of course. So the premise was like they were fighting against this mad scientist in a way, and he created killer androids, or androids that could be programmed to do harm to people. So they were fighting him throughout the film and trying to avoid the black hole which of course was very, very present in the film, and they were tracking it where they knew where it was. Like, most people that are sane, rational minded would avoid a black hole if they could. They would never travel directly into it or even attempt it unless they had all the angles and the technology that could sustain them in a black hole and, of course, get them out of it. All right. So I sat down to recently watch this trailer to this movie. And of course, it brought back all types of memories for me seeing it earlier in the movie theaters. Yeah, it was very psychological and creepy. The black hole represented a large space monster void. So it was like that. So if you want to interpret a space monster that consumes things, and that describes a black hole. Okay, let me get to the review for your very listening ear pleasures. Okay, now it's coming on. It's a narration. They're showing a grid. They're in outer space. They're showing a space station sitting there, and they're talking about the black hole, how destructive, how deadly, how terrible it is. It's talking about it consumes things in its wake like planets, stars, and etc. So certainly it consumes asteroids, comets, and meteorites. Indeed. All right, now they're showing inside the station in outer space. They said it's at the edge of outer space. So these are advanced human beings that can travel far interstellarly. Okay, now they're on the space station. They're showing these androids. They look very cool. Like, they don't look like Cylons or other types of androids we've all seen in different franchises. They have their own unique look. Okay, this doctor is described. The doctor that wants to go to the other side, of course, is describing his intentions. He's saying he doesn't want to go back to Earth. He wants to travel where no one has went before, or something, the Star Trek term. And they're like, what? You mean you want to travel to a black hole or travel inside of it? Whoa, now the doctor is shown firing up the station's engine. So now the station is traveling. Wow, we see a cool ray gun fight. So now they have advanced weaponry, of course. The guy has a laser ray blaster, and the androids have blasters and they're firing at him. So it's also a cool space adventure too, if you like action-packed sci-fi fights and shootouts. Okay, now they're showing the black hole up close diagram. Everybody is trying to avoid that black hole except for that creepy doctor. Or he's a creepy doctor, inventor, scientist. Okay, I don't want to give any more of it away. So if you want to go see it for yourself, you can choose to do so. I must say you'll have a good time because the trailer is not bad at all. In fact, I want to sit down and watch the whole movie over again where I can articulate it fully now. All right, folks, see you.